perfect and complete because of God. In this life, I had always believed that being a Christian meant following the rules, doing what was right, and being a good person. I lived my life for myself, of course. But I told myself that it was a life lived for God. I would do what I thought was right, pray when I was in trouble, and help others when it was convenient. I thought I was on the right path. Then, I received the grace from a message I read about the goal of the Christian life. It spoke about the Apostle Paul's prayer for the Colossians, that they would be perfect and complete in all the will of God. This was the first time I had ever considered this. I had been living for my own will, and now I saw that the ultimate goal was to live entirely for God's. It was a wake-up call. I was faced with a stark question: did I want to live a little for my own will, or did I want to be a vessel for Christ? The message didn't end there, it went on to reveal the painful truth about surrendering my life to Christ. It said that to receive the living Christ, I must do what he did. I must give up my own life to the very death of the cross. This was not the happy, easy-to-follow gospel I had been taught. It was a radical, absolute call to die to myself, to the world, and to my own desires. I realized that my Christian life had been a series of compromises, of trying to serve both God and myself. I had to let go of my life, the life I had so carefully constructed. I had to die to my pride, my self-sufficiency, and my carefully constructed identity. The prospect of dying to myself was terrifying, but the message offered a promise that gave me hope. If we are planted in the likeness of his death, we shall be raised in the likeness of his resurrection. A new life was possible, a life of everlasting glory. But only if I was willing to let go of my old one. I saw the promise of a life filled with meaning, purpose, and genuine joy that I had been missing. It wasn't about following the rules anymore, it was about surrendering my life to the one who had already died for me. So I made a choice, a very painful and difficult choice. I chose to die to myself. I began the long and arduous process of surrendering my will to God's, and in doing so, I began to experience the promise of the resurrection. I am still learning to live for God's will and not my own, but I now have hope and peace that I never had before. I am a new creation, and I am finally living the life I was meant to live.